Do you remember your first experience with the internet specifically?
I remember being in a room when someone else was using the internet. Like, that was before, like, people, like, the majority of the people had, like, visual browsers, and it was, like, all text-based. I don't remember too much about that, but I'd say that was probably in '94.
Do you remember your first experience with the internet? Boy, that was... Sorry.
My first experience was probably about a year after that when Prodigy came out, and one of my friends from school had Prodigy, so we were all excited, wanted to get that.
Do you remember your first internet experience?
Yes, I don't own a computer. I always live with people that own a computer, and my ex-boyfriend was emailing, and he let me email somebody, and I thought it was so incredibly amazing that they would get it like that. I was like, that is great. Can I type? Wow. And just hit send? That's great. That was fantastic. I was amazed, and that was in high school, and I was that amazed. I was like a junior in high school, and I had not seen the internet.
Are you urban or rural?
I'm rural.
Rural?
They should have put 2 R's into you and a 5-letter word, but that's another issue.
How often do you think you spend online each day?
Probably about 2 hours.
It really varies from day to day. Like, if I have a project or something to do, I can spend, up to 4 hours. But normally I spend, I'd say, like 15 minutes.
All the time. I attribute the fact that I have carpal tunnel syndrome to the computer. And I've had surgery, so that's kind of bad.
And surgery?
Probably about 5 hours a week on average.
Dear God.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I can count that high. I spend a good portion of every day online. So.
Per week?
Upwards of 100 hours, probably.
Wow.
Probably 20 hours.
5 hours, baby? Not much.
5 hours.
5 hours is a good
40 to 50, probably. 45.
It's my job.
Like, connected to the net? Or like...
24/7.
Do you think the internet has had a positive or negative effect on society?
Probably both.
Probably both.
Well, I'm just a paranoid person, so I think it's this big conspiracy, and they want us to do everything on the computer so they can track everything we do and everywhere we go.
I think for now it's a positive effect. In the long run, it'll be incredibly negative. I think it really helps us disassociate ourselves with the world we live in.
Yeah, that too.
Do you think it's worse than television in that regard?
Yes, because you're actually talking to real people that really exist, like in chat rooms, but people are under the idea that if you can't really see somebody, it's not real. People labor under the idea that if you have a pseudonym online and, if you don't really know them and they can invent themselves, that it's not real.
Because the internet isn't quite the real world, and you can your ideas and
Well, wait a minute. What the hell is so great about the real world?
well, at least you know limits though. The internet can provide you with no limits, or even
It's based
more
on
expanded
substance.
limits, so you can form a rather unrealistic picture of reality, and you can fuck yourself up just by doing something you probably shouldn't do.
Like shopping.
All the little Columbine kids, they can all get together and get their battle plans together so that they can all destroy their schools simultaneously. That's what the internet allows too. So. But it's true. My gosh.
Do you think that that's more of a fault of the internet as an entity or a fault of the parents?
It's a fault of society.
Well, it could be the parents, but you know what? Most of the parents are not going to pay much of attention to what their kids are doing. Because most of them are working, both parents are working, have no idea what the kids are doing. They just give their kids either, money and say, here, go do this, or here's a computer, and here's the internet. And they really have the parents themselves really don't even know what's going on. That's what my experience is most of the time, is they have no clue what their kids are doing online. So.
Despite John's troubles with the law, in dwindling record sales.
So do you think that people who are online belong to a larger community than just their local community?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. When you're on the internet, I think there is no cities, no states, nothing like that. It's the world, man. The World Wide Web.
Do you think that the web should be governed?
Yes.
I think it should be patrolled.
I think there should be zones. Just like we have zoning for commercial and residential, they should have zoning for porn, anywhere adult, whatever.
E-commerce.
E-commerce sites, and then, personal pages, stuff like that. Section it off so that people can't get to certain places, I don't know. Segregate them with a web address or something, I don't know.
Just like you'd have a passport to say go to Germany, you'd have a passport to go to
like,
Porn World. Or,
exactly. Like going into a drugstore and you can't buy a porn magazine unless you're 18.
Right.
I mean, there has to be
to reduce the access to
some limits to what's out there, because porn is not knowledge. It's not like we're saying, no, you can't have access to this because of your socioeconomic class.
It's not just porn. It's anything subversive materials.
Yeah.
I mean, you got bomb-making ingredients. Tell you how to make bombs. Tell you how to do this and that. Everything.
Max walks in on it.
It's not just porn. It's definitely more than just that. But yes, it's definitely zoning.
My thing is the porn.
Yeah, because we can't expect people to act rationally.
To regulate themselves.
That's the problem.
And it's a proof. It's an opportunity to prove that democracy works. If we run to the government and say you have to regulate us, we're saying that in society in general, the government has to regulate us.
Ideally, each participant in the internet would be self-regulating, but we all know that we don't live in an ideal society. And we never will. Humans are not necessarily rational creatures, either individually or taken as groups. So we can't really expect them to behave rationally.
Since most of the websites are built in America, it has helped a lot to spread the American culture.
Not really, no. It's just, I think, well, the internet's the internet. It's global, and I just think that I use it more frequently over here.
I think it's a positive effect in people's life, and definitely it influences the way that your life goes on, because for example, if you think about communication 5-10 years ago and communication now, with the internet, the speed on how you can communicate with each other is much faster, and also the resource and the information, it's available for everybody. So not for everybody, because not everybody has a computer, but if you really think about it, computers and the internet really gives possibility that a person that is very rich and a person that is not so rich to get the same kind of information at the same time. So I think that this is a big deal. Information is a big deal. Everybody, I don't know who said that, but information, if you give a society information, you are empowering it. So with the internet, information is much more accessible and available.
Yes, we have a necessity to have a computer and be online. Some people just don't want any part of it, which is really sad because of everything that is out there and what you can learn.
A lot of those people have no clue what they're missing.
Yes, I mean,
think they do, but they really don't.
You can find out how to take stains out of laundry and make a recipe and buy tickets online and see a play that is in Russia that you would never be able to see. I mean, there's just so much, and they think, oh, technology. It's a good technology. It's not something that's going to kill us. It's going to be something that brings us hopefully together.
The Grinch says no.
I needed money and I really wasn't commitments. So, right.
Excellent.
Is my color still good here? Still good? Yeah.
Your color's beautiful.
She's back.
I'm only a...
There's the expert. Right, Max? You're the expert?
Max.
Tell them you're the expert.
No, you... Well...
No, now we're looking.
Ladies. I'm doing a project for my communications class.
Oh, really?
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I stopped the thought before that step became insistent.